Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. I'm here on the short-term chart on the 1 hour time frame. Look, in the last video update, I explained to you a small shift on the larger time frame, which doesn't really affect the shorter time frame, but it's still important to know. So if you want to see how the bigger picture has changed, feel free to check out the last video. I'll do that tomorrow again. But in this video, we just want to do a wrap up, see what happened today. And is actually anything changing, significantly here on the chart? Do we have any changes? Do we have any major adjustments? Not in the short-term chart, I have to say, but what I have added here to the chart is the orange roadmap, just to show how would actually a 5-wave decline look like. I'm not predicting that, but I just wanted everybody to understand that if we get 5 waves down here, then this is our first confirmation that a major top might indeed have formed. At the moment, I can only label it with a question mark. I'm talking about a bull market top, yeah. But I need to see without a 5-wave move up, without a 5-wave move down, we do not have any evidence that this is actually the case, right? We do also have a support zone here between 101,569 and 112,954. This is the line in the sand here, 101,569. For this, let's say, new scenario, I have to adjust it, even though the previous one is not invalidated. But based on the price action I see right now, with the price retracing just nearly to the August low again, and with microstructures that don't fully align with the idea that this is a 1-2 setup, not with the depth of the pullback, right? I have to assume we are at least in a larger wave 4. The microstructure is the same, though. You might remember from the previous videos earlier today and yesterday, I was tracking here a 3-wave move down. That's still the case, but seems like it's extending in a way that, we are going to break below the August low. So instead of waiting for that, my take is this is very likely, at least, yeah. And for an indication that a low of sorts is in place at all, we need a break above $115,950. So for now, pressure remains down as long as we stay below that level. The price has now reached, however, Fibonacci support here at $112,950. And below that level, I've got this previous swing low there at around 112,160. And then obviously it could decline further from there. And I mean, my take is it could be a WXY structure here. That's what we talked about in the previous videos. And then the Y wave is actually an ABC. And the C wave would be a 5-wave move down. So if we then zoom into this 5-wave move down in wave C, it appears to me, and I go to the 15-minute chart now, it appears that we could be in a 3rd wave internally, and there could be another 4 and a 5. And to be honest, I mean, I've placed the green line here. That's our signal line. I've placed it at the last swing high. But to be honest, in this particular scenario, the market should actually stay below the 114,500 level to keep the impulse in a C wave to the downside intact. So if we really talk about nanostructures here, I have to say this as a WXY structure, it's a low confidence count, but still, triangle would have completed here. Then taking the length of the wave A there, and we go to the high of the B wave. These are some of the next fib levels to watch here on the micro level. Specifically here, I mean, the next micro support levels are around, hold on, let me just adjust that slightly here. 12,470, 111,700, 111,170, and 110,490. We can also do, in addition to that, we take the 1-2 setup here. That is even probably more relevant. Yeah, let's just use that. That's more relevant, actually, because normally we say a 3rd wave should get to the 138% extension. So we might see one more low in this 3rd, then a 4th wave bounce, and a 5th wave down. That could take us to roundabout sort of the 111K area. Yeah, let's see. That's an area I'm watching next, just on the micro level here. But as I said, once we get a break above the green line, a low of sorts has likely formed. But until then, pressure remains down. Please note we've now reached a Fibonacci support level here of our larger wave 4 support area. That's not necessarily where I expect the low, not based on what I see here in the chart, but we could always get a bit of a bounce there. That's the update on Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X for additional updates, chart updates, some fun stuff, memes, all sorts of things, news. Yeah, you're very much kept up to date here as well, in a different form. Definitely, if you come here, bring some humor with you. But yeah, the link to our X profile is in the description, and you also find it in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.